morning! This is the first time I say good morning and it's actually morning. I finally figured out what I'm gonna do with this wall. It's so boring. So I ordered a couple things off of Amazon. I was given a gift card, so it was free. So I'm going to frame this handkerchief. This was from Luke Hemming's website. It's pretty. And then I'm going to put these that I found the other day with these cool little twisty candles that match the color of the handkerchief. There's two of these, obviously. So I'm gonna have to clean this area up so I can reach up there. So the frame's in here. It's really big. It took me a while to find a frame that actually worked because I needed it to be square. I wasn't able to find one in person, unfortunately. I had to order it. And then I got a couple other things to decorate. And I also got a couple stuff to finally start my Depop shop. I have so much clothes in my closet after moving out that I decided that I'm gonna clear out. So keep an eye out for that. I got some cute stuff. But I also ordered these little picture frames and they're supposed to be for trading cards. I'm gonna use them for my photo cards. I have some Dan and Phil photo cards from their tour that they signed. I wanted to frame it. And my boyfriend has some that I will let him display. I got my tools. So let's do this thing. Actually, let's frame the handkerchief first to see if it actually fits. I'll meet you on the floor. Okay, it should fit just fine. I know that the frame is gonna be a little bit flimsy because I have a smaller version of it, but it's the shape that I wanted it to be, so it's okay. So it's like plexiglass, so one side of the frame is glass and the other side is plexiglass. Huh. This one's a little different from the ones I have. I think both sides are plexiglass. Yeah, both sides of them are plexiglass. So the other ones that I have are exactly like this, but one side is glass and then the back side is plexiglass. So it's one of those floating frames. Because if I had a frame that had backing, I couldn't decide if I wanted to do black or white for the matting on the sides. So I decided on clear. Let's get this out. At least I know it's light so I can use a regular nail. Oh, ready?
Huh?
What? Oh my god, it's on both sides.
Bruh.
Oh, damn it. Okay. So today I'm finally going to a job fair. I applied for a couple jobs last week and then the week before that, and I haven't heard anything back, but I'm excited for this job fair. I actually already applied for the jobs because they encourage you to apply and then go to the job fair to get these positions. So I did that, but I applied to a bunch of different types of things like retail and then office jobs and then some other admin type stuff, but haven't heard back. I have never had this much trouble getting a job, and I'm not even trying that hard, so maybe that's why, but I've never had to try to get a job, so I'm being humbled right now, basically. And I know that not hearing back from a job application 1 to 2 weeks is not unknown. I'm just not used to that. I have just always gotten a job immediately. Okay, I'm trying to center it and it's kind of lopsided, but the handkerchief is also a little bit lopsided. So I think it's fine. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Ooh, nice. This little plastic thing has a chip on the end, and I saw on one of the edges of the plexiglass also had a chip, so it's not that noticeable. Why did they make it so difficult? Ta-da! Hey, I really like it. Yay. So it has this little plastic hook on the back, so it'll be easy to hang. I don't understand why this is not in the center, because if we wanted to hang it this way, It's lopsided. I don't know who designed that. On the picture on Amazon, it was definitely in the center. But this is nice. Okay, let's go back up there. Okay, let's measure. I hope I can do this easily because the chimney is back here, but there's a lot of like old holes from the old tenant, so I think it should be fine. Just gotta eyeball it. This is the center, so hopefully we're good. Hello? Uh-oh. Okay, so there's no stud in the center, but the studs are right here. That was really long. So I guess there's like a really long stud here. Like they decided to put an entire plank of wood. Here there's just a regular stud. Let's just put this up and then we'll figure out where to put the candles. Does that look good? I don't know. You tell me. Does it look good? Okay, thanks. Okay, I just looked at that clip and it doesn't look like it's centered, but it is, trust me. Also, the glare from this overhead lighting, I hate it. It's the only option, unfortunately. Is it even centered? I don't think that mark I did was centered. God damn it. If it's slightly off center, you just won't be able to tell. Hopefully. I am a perfectionist, but I'm also a person that just eyeballs things. So I'm pretty sure that's center, and we're just gonna go with it. Okay, that's the center. Oh, this is so scary. Yay! It's too high up. Okay, I'm gonna move it down like that much. But is it centered though? Oh well. Yeah, much better. The only problem is that you can kind of see the previous hole I made through the glass. You know, I would like to have one of those things that architects have. Not architects, the construction workers. You know how they have like that thing and it like shoots a laser around the whole house so it's like even? I need me one of those. Why does it look like that one's so much closer? Oh no. So is the picture frame not centered? It's definitely centered. How is there more space on this side than that side? But it's centered.
I know that on camera it doesn't look centered because the camera is crooked. Like I have the camera off to the side. But it's centered.
I don't get it. Am I going crazy? Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the candles the same distance away from the edge of the fireplace. And then a different day, and I'll let my boyfriend do it, is center the picture frame. But it is centered, so I don't get it. Okay, what the heck? When I put it up there, they're the same distance away from the edge, but they're not the same distance away from this. It was actually off by an inch, so I actually wasn't going crazy. That's good to know. I got a ruler and it's not in the right spot. I don't get it. So if my math is correct, and it's probably not, this just needs to move over half an inch.
Because the dots are the right distance away from the edge of the fireplace, but not from the edge of this. So this is not centered, half an inch, I think. Because if it's 5.5 on this side, and then 6.5 on this side, if we move it half an inch, it would be 6 and 6.
Ta-da! Yeah, you can tell it's off center. Just a little bit. So let's move it half an inch. But let me just confirm because I think I did my math right. Okay, half an inch that way. This is so annoying. I literally never mess up. That's a lie. I mess up quite often, but not in a noticeable way. But if this is not centered, then like you could definitely tell. Like I always put things lopsided on purpose, so it doesn't look like it's off center because it's supposed to be intentionally like that. But this has to be perfect. And then I moved it down a little bit so that the edge of the frame can cover that hole. Let's do this. for the last time, and if it's not correct, I'm gonna leave it alone. It's just gonna be like that forever. Yeah! Yeah! Okay, awesome! Yeah, that looks really nice. I like it. I just don't like the reflection, but I really can't do much about that. Let me show you the other update I did, which you might have seen in my other thrift with me. But look! Look at how gorgeous it is! So I put my Yoshis at the bottom, and then I put my boyfriend's Kirby's, and then my little guys as well. And then these two shells, I really don't know what to do with them just yet, but I think they're just gonna stay like this. And now my living room is a mess, so I'm gonna have to clean that. Don't even get me started on how many boxes I have. I'm gonna do a big vinyl haul and vinyl tour, but my pre-orders aren't coming in fast enough. And it's like some of these boxes have like one vinyl in it. Like, why did they do that? Why didn't they just ship it in those flat boxes? I don't get it, but it looks ridiculous. It looks like there's a lot. I mean, there is a lot. Depends on what you consider a lot, but this is like almost 6 months worth of pre-orders. Anyways. Yay! So, yeah, so you can see the other side of it too. They're so cute in there. Okay, I styled the corner again, and I think it looks nice. I like it. Good morning, guys. So, the job fair was last night. It was not what I was expecting, but I did get the job, so yay! So the job fair was from 4 to 8, and we got there at 4:30, expecting to be there for like half an hour. I had a couple of my resumes. I had a couple questions I wanted to ask the people, and we were expecting to be in and out in like 30 minutes, maybe an hour max. And then we had plans to go have sushi afterwards. However, when I got there at 4:30, there was a line, and I was like, okay, well, that's fine. This job is hiring like 200, 300 people. So like, makes sense. Like, that's fine. We're in line for like an hour. Once I finally get to the front, while we're in line, we pass the rooms for the job fair, and we kind of peek inside, and it doesn't really look like a regular job fair. And then when we're in line, we hear some of the workers at the job fair explaining like how it's gonna go. So essentially what it actually was like an advanced hiring type of thing. Like, they encouraged you to do the application beforehand, and then after the job fair, you could get hired. That's how it was presented. So I just kind of assumed that it was gonna be like a regular job fair where you kind of like walk in and there's a bunch of little booths and people asking questions and stuff and handing out resumes and that type of stuff. But instead, what ended up happening was we were in line for an hour. So I get to the front of the line at like 5:30. I check in, and then after checking in, I get placed into this room where I'm then waiting again to be called to have an interview. And then after the interview, you get hired or you don't, like on the spot, which, I mean, cool, I guess, but that's just not what I was expecting. And I don't think the people that were going to the job fair were expecting that either, especially since the job fair was supposed to be 3 days. And I don't even know if they had the job fair for the rest of the weekend. When I was there, I was one of the last people to leave, and I overheard the people talking about how they almost have all the positions filled, and they're gonna have to start turning people away. So why did you do 3 days of a job fair if you were going to hire everybody on the first day? Or why would you hire everybody that's there on the first day? I mean, I guess first come, first serve, and I was there. But yeah, it was just kind of annoying to be there for that long. Like I said, I got into the waiting room at around like 5:30 after checking in. I was in that waiting room for 2 hours waiting for my name to be called. I got called around 7:30, and then the interview was maybe 5 minutes. But of course I was hired. Yes, yes, yes. I then got put into another line, which took another hour. And that was for like the onboarding. So like you put in your name into the system, and I got emails on how to, do the background checks and that type of stuff. But we didn't leave until 8:30, and I was hungry. My boyfriend was hungry. We were expecting to have dinner at like 5, maybe 6, and we didn't have dinner until 9. But yeah, I just feel bad for dragging him along with me because if I knew it was gonna be that way or that long, I wouldn't have asked him to come with me. Like, he was just sitting alone outside for like 4 hours, and I just feel bad. But like I said, I did get the job. However, the job doesn't technically start until May. And then, so they said it was part-time, but that's technically not true. So when I was there, they told me that the people selected to work for that week will be randomized, and there's gonna be like maybe one shift. So so maybe one shift a week. Maybe. Fabulous. That's amazing. You know, I was kind of expecting 30 hours. So because of that, I'm still on the job hunt. I need to find another job to supplement the hours in which I'm not working at the new job I just got. So I've been here like this, searching for another job to apply for, because I applied to a couple different places about like 2 weeks ago and I haven't heard back from any of them. But I do have one job, so I do technically have a job. So I am technically no longer unemployed. Hey guys, I realized I never made an outro for this video, and it is well over a month after I actually filmed it. Oops. But some updates are I did find a second job. I just hate it. So I am still looking for another job so I can quit this one. But I do like the job that I'm talking about in the video, so I'm gonna keep that one. And in regards to the apartment, I haven't done any more updates, but I have been collecting a couple things. So that will be in an upcoming video soon. Don't know when, but soon. And I have finally received my final vinyl pre-order. Technically not, because I have continued to pre-order things, but I'm just gonna have to cut it off. So big vinyl unboxing haul will be soon. And then we'll finally do the vinyl tour. And I have to register them all onto Discogs because there has been so many times where I almost bought the same record. But yeah, I've also started my Depop and I made a couple sales already and I'm really excited about that. I just have to get in a groove of listing, like taking pictures and listing things, because I still have a lot of stuff I haven't listed. So just keep an eye out for that, and like, comment, and subscribe and stuff. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!